Hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of Let's Build Up Newport. Today's episode isn't so much of a building episode as it is of a try to set things up for everything that's going to come on later episode. So today we're going to be just looking at casts and just building some people and clearing out some of the houses from the world. Mwahaha. You will be no more, family. So you may also notice that there is actually music this time. I found the Sim soundtrack and I put it back in there just because obviously recording with the soundtrack and doing a time lapse at the same time just would not turn out well. It would not be a good story for any of us. Trying to think of a good last name. Like maybe she'll be Moreland. Something like that. And I settled on Kilpatrick. She became my little freckled individual. And her whole family is just generated from this one sim. Now, what I forgot to do later on is make sure that the relationship stayed intact. So today's live stream, which went absolutely phenomenally well, I had to reintroduce those things. Gosh, I did have a really great live stream today. I don't know if that many people turned up to watch it, but I'm grateful for the ones who did. Absolutely grateful. Always am. It went really well, and I walked away from it, most importantly, with a feeling of accomplishment rather than sadness, like last time. I don't know why last time I just walked away feeling depressed. Maybe my expectations were too high. I don't know. For this time, I wasn't expecting anybody because it was a really last-minute sort of thing. But a couple people did turn up. And that just absolutely made my day. I'm really grateful for the people who do come, because, you know, it means a lot to me that someone takes time out of their day to, you know, entertain my delusions of, I don't know, grandeur. I don't know if grandeur is the right word. I mean, that's usually how the saying goes, but I'm not going around saying I'm the best person ever, I don't think. So, the day that I'm recording this is Labor Day. At least it is over here in the US. So I want to just hope you guys have had a good Labor Day so far. If it is not Labor Day for you, or if it wasn't yesterday, or today, or whenever you're watching this, I hope you had a good Monday. I mean, this should go up by this afternoon. Well, I mean, it's 1:30 now. So, yeah, I'm thinking about with this series kind of going back and forth with the create a Sims and build mode. I don't know. I think it might be a good idea. You guys will have to let me know in the comments. Even though it's been ages since I've gotten a comment. I think Mary's sister turned out to be very pretty, and I'm really impressed by how pretty she turned out to be. I did put a few adjustments. And Mary's sister is named Charlotte. Charlotte Kilpatrick. And I think she turned out really nice. I like her sweater and jeans combination. The point of this family was to make a sort of fishing type family that could live in the shacks I built last time. And they ended up being merged with the Bjergsons, which I renamed the Petersons, and I did a few adjustments with them too. So I don't even know if all of these Sims go together in my anachronistic mishmash of a town, but I hope they do, and they kind of fit, kind of, as much as you can expect them to. The soundtrack to this game is really nice. It's been forever since I've listened to it, because I initially turned off the music when I started doing these recordings because, you know, way back, first couple of videos I ever made, I discovered that having the music on means you can't edit things as well. Because the music gets in the way, and then it skips, and then you notice it, and then it's like, that was jarring. Why'd you do that? Oh, and here I'm making the weight leaves. Yes, I got to play with those a little bit today too, towards the end. So far, I'm liking the weight leaves a little bit more than the Petersons and the Kilpatricks. And I think it's just because they're like a smaller family and they're a bit goofier and they're allowed to be a bit weird. And Kilpatrick's not so much. Not so much. Peterson's not so much. So I also paired Lavinia Whately with another extra special person. I bet you can't guess who. Can you guess who I paired them with? But you can't guess. You'll see. You'll see soon enough. Anyway, I tried to make Lavinia look as washed out as I possibly could, and maybe a little bit on the sloppy side, because that's how she's described in the book. You know, the book. So then I tried to make a kid, but then I thought, you know what? It'd be way better if she had a mate. Yes, there he is. There's Cicero. Cicero of Skyrim fame. He's part of the family. And I think this sim just was gorgeous, so I had to take her. She kind of looks like Anne Hathaway, in my opinion. It's just magnetic looking at how the eyes just go in these cycles, and you can really see it when it's all sped up. Those eyebrows too. They just go up and down like, huh? It's really entertaining. I love time lapses. I love watching them. They're especially great if you're trying to kick back and go to sleep, because I don't know, a lot of times when I'm trying to sleep, I need something that's just enough to help me get lured into, just kind of lulled to sleep. Just not too interesting where I want to stay awake, but just interesting enough where I get my mind off the day. And I named this one Horror Whately. Just horror. This family is loosely inspired by H.P. Lovecraft's The Dunwich Horror. Of course, these kids don't have an old one as a parent, but that's okay. They've got Cicero. He's just as good. Almost. It's just... I just love Cicero. He's like the best character in Skyrim. Nobody can convince me otherwise. You can have your Ulfrics and you can have your Queen Elisifs, but I think Cicero should rule. He should be High King. He is the only rightful High King of Skyrim. It's just a total Pelagius thing all over again. Cicero for Emperor. That would be really funny if he was actually some kind of long-lost member of the Septim bloodline. That'd be pretty freaky. And like, they put him on the throne, and immediately the dragon fires, which have been dormant for 200 years, just go. Whoosh. So, Wilma eventually got a different hairstyle. She ends up looking kind of like the Quaker on the box of Quaker oatmeal. You know that guy? Which is okay. I don't know if... do Quakers still wear that? I don't know. Probably not. Who knows? It's like, okay, write a description. Takes me a long time to think of stuff. It's like, yeah, that's good enough. I was like, it's 2 daughters. It's like, I'm recording! I can't spend all day writing this description. This is gonna look so boring. And yeah, so this is me just fixing up the Bjergsons, turning them into the Petersons. Nah, Peterson, not Peterson. No, Peterson is more anglicized. Peterson is good. So yeah, that's another little part of creating Newcrest in the style of one of the towns in one of H.P. Lovecraft's books, is trying to very much find some waspy-looking people. Or even not waspy. Like, it's a good word. Like, there's some working class people. No. That's not what... No. WASP is White Anglo-Saxon Protestant. That's what it is. Sorry. Getting things confused. I liked how this Minnie character ended up looking. She ended up looking kind of... I don't know, a bit like I imagine Nancy Drew would look. She has lots of freckles, and I really liked that. She was a lot of fun to do the outfits for. Because they focused on having a very 1920s-ish sort of look for her. And, yeah, I wasn't as strict about it with the other characters, because I was kind of getting tired of creatism at that point. That just kind of happens sometimes. You just... After so many Sims, you're like, ugh, not again. And you just want to be done with it. But anyway, yeah, I did end up getting rid of the bright red lipstick because, I don't know, I wanted them to have a very youthful appearance, and the more makeup you have on, the older you look. And so it's best to use very light amounts. And I find that's the case in real life, too. Yes. Excuse me, I'm just adjusting myself in this chair. I'm trying to think of things to say. Gosh. Yeah, that also always happens to me in one of these episodes. I run out of things to say after a certain point. You just keep talking? Do you go off into La La Land or into places that you didn't think you would go just to continue to have something to say? Is it worth doing that? Probably not. I don't know, maybe some people are way better at this kind of improv than I am. Yeah, I liked little Elsa's outfit, and then it's a shame though because Elsa gets aged up. Sorry, Elsa. But yeah, so she becomes a quite a lovely young lady. And yeah, so I kind of, when I did age her up, I wondered like why does she have such a square body? You'll see it eventually. I'll just after I get done. Like, why is she so square? Then I looked at her mom and was like, oh, that's why. That's why. She's a bit too muscular, Clara. Just kind of softened her up a little bit around the edges. I don't like it when the female Sims look too muscular or anything like that. I think it looks kind of gross, but you know, if you guys feel differently, that's absolutely fine. I think a certain level of muscularness is alright. Like, most women can't get six-pack abs anyway. It's just not in the cards. Not there. So yeah, I definitely tried to soften her up, and as you can notice for the athletic outfit, I kind of opted for a prep school sort of tennis look. I don't know. Because I wasn't, again, not basing this on what we would today consider acceptable for workout clothes, but what they might have worn way back then. Way back when being, I don't know. Just goofing around with stuff until it looks right, though, is kind of the whole theme of this. She has a nice little peasant top and tried to dress down Benjamin instead of Bjorn. His name's Benjamin now. Dress him down a little bit. Oh yeah, and I also changed his wedding band to gold, and I got rid of the diamond ring for Clara. We're almost finished and opted for a more simple wedding band. And we're about out of time today. If you guys enjoyed this, please don't forget to leave a like or a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! Dude, look at that. Quick little epilogue.